let's move on. I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith and Will Smith because, well, like I said, Bad Boys. Bad Boys. What's the name of it? The Ride or Die, because they didn't have so many damn titles for shit. Bad Boys Ride or Die came out, and by the way, amazing promo run. That there, Martin and Will are showing you that movie stars need to get back on their promo joints and get people to watch these movies. It's been a great promo run. But Stephen A. Smith said on his show, the Stephen A. Smith Show, that he still has a hard time watching Will Smith movies because of what he did to Chris Rock 2 years ago, and said that he needs to sit down with the black people and explain the thing. Don't sit down with the white media. And I'm here to say that nobody cares. Niggas didn't care when it happened. We thought it was funny. Now, do we all have our reasons for why it happened? I do believe Jada sent him off, but that's not really the point. Like I think I'm still a Chris Rock fan. I still think Chris Rock is funny. If Chris Rock, he ain't out here telling us don't stop, go see Will Smith movies. I don't think nobody cared about that outside of white people. And I think that obviously Stephen A. Smith doesn't speak for all black people, but it's like, I don't feel like we need to be putting out messages like that to begin with. Nobody is bringing that up. That was 2.5 years ago. Like, he has a new movie out. Like, why are we talking about that anymore? What'd you think about what Stephen A. said? Because we can talk about what white people said about Will Smith. That's whatever. What do you think about what Stephen A. Smith said about Will Smith?
I be feeling like he be going for the clickbaits. I feel like he's saying mostly everything. Once I realized that actually about a lot of people, I stopped caring about what they say. Because it's like, at the end of the day, he don't have to answer for nothing. Like, we don't have to speculate about it either. We can speculate if we want to, and we come up with our own reasons for why he did what he did. I mean, like, I thought it was fake. I thought it was funny a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And like you said, Chris Rock ain't even against Will Smith that much. Like, of course, he's gonna tell his jokes about it, and he held his composure and all of the things that he did right. I'm not gonna say should have did, because as a nigga, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. But him being the way he was about it makes it softer for people of our culture to be like whatever about it. But the white folks don't feel how they feel. I feel like it's funny to me because at the end of the day, they put out all these movies every summer, or the last 2 summers, I say, and they have been failing real hard. And the guy who 2 summers ago was banned from the Academy Awards is succeeding very well in 1 week at putting out a movie. So I feel like, it's a sweet victory for Will. Stephen A., like I said, he said that he still got to answer for the stuff with the girl. Like, I don't understand how we even got off that. Like, how you get to the point where you could talk about Will Smith and we ain't finished what you had to say about that woman, and taking the fault of you not promoting WNBA. That's what I want to talk about with this nigga. Fuck, like, nigga, like, you don't even, like, we don't care how you feel about this at the end of the day. Like, at the very end of the day, who gives a fuck with Stephen? This is like when Dave Chappelle said, man, we got to ask Ja Rule what the fuck is going on. I don't care about what like, we talking about how good the movie is, the promo run, like you said, the man showing up in the theaters to be out with the fans and stuff like that, and you talking about the slap from 2 years ago. Like, for me, I would want Chris Rock in the next one. Make Chris Rock the supervillain. I'm sure he'd be down for that shit. Get to smack him back on camera. That would be funny. Like,
there's definitely a lot of money involved in that.
Man, a lot of money. Why wouldn't they do it though? Will Smith don't care that much. Like, he did it and he already feel a little bad about it. So, like, I would just go that route. But as far as Stephen A., I don't want to say words that would get y'all banned on this show. But I mean, one of them rhymes with booms. So I mean, I'm just, y'all figure that out. You know what I mean? Like, I love my boy though. I fuck with Stephen A. I understand what he doing. I just feel like sometimes, like you said, don't bring that shit up. There's no point of even saying anything about that. Like, let it go. But he got an agenda.
Yeah, the one thing that I learned about being a black man in general is just know when to say when. And you ain't got to speak up on everything, especially when it involves another black man. Yeah, we saw what happened at the Oscars and all of that stuff. But it's 2024, and guess what? A lot of people ain't necessarily talking about that. And when they was talking about it, they wasn't talking about it as far as being horrific, anything like that. It didn't change somebody's life outside of the people that was involved. Like, I saw it and I said, ooh, this is a skit? Oh, This is real. And guess what? Will apologized. And guess what Chris Rock did? He addressed it in his comedy special. To me, it's dead after that. Chris Rock addressed it in his way. Will apologized. These dudes ain't got to kick it. Say hi. Have tea. Go to Delilah. They ain't got to do none of that shit. But Will addressed it. He apologized. Chris Rock addressed it in his own way. And if you watch Bad Boys 4, I believe that they addressed it in the film in their own way, in a very proper way, without telling the movie. So for me, Stephen A. Smith got to chill. Like, the one thing about Stephen A. when it comes to this new show that he has going on and stuff like that, you know, he tries to talk on everything outside of sports, politics, pop culture, and all of that. What I want Stephen A. Smith to realize, not just in this conversation, but in the conversation he keeps bringing up with the WNBA, it's just not a monolith. All right. And I even hate using that because it feels like it's a crutch word for people now. It's a buzzword. It's like monolith and gaslight are in the same boat now. But it's the truth. All Black folks don't think alike. And you know what? When you go to the movies and you went to see Bad Boys, you ain't thinking about no goddamn slap. What you thought was, yo, entertain me. We had just came from the dealership, and I told my wife, man, let's go see Bad Boys 4. And she was like, I don't know. And I told her, I said, look, man, we're not expecting no Oscar-winning performances. We're expecting some jokes. You're going to laugh. There's going to be some explosions. There might be even a plot. And at the end, Will and Martin going to hug it out because they bros, Bad Boys for life. What you going to do? And you're going to enjoy it. That's what happened. All of them shits happen. It was good to just see them brothers on the film. And you know what? Who else don't give a damn? Stephen A. Smith? The public. Because Bad Boys 4 just so happens to be the first movie in this summer movie experience that we have right now that actually did something. The budget for the film was 100. The first weekend, it made 104. So for all of those, and I had jokingly said, it's like, oh, I guess Will Smith recovered from the slap, huh? It just shows you that people don't give a damn. Because it has been people that have done less, than Will Smith, that when their movie come out, it bombs. They didn't go see that movie for Martin. They went to go see that movie for Will Smith. And this is what now? What, almost 20 films of this man having 100 million or more? Come on, man. Will Smith saved Hollywood a couple of times. Just so happens that he did it again this summer. And you know who else is going to be happy about that, Stephen A? Hollywood. Now, since this man that did that, oh, guess who's going to be back in good graces when it comes to the people in Hollywood? Will Smith. So sometimes you just need to chill. Don't do nothing stupid. Be a family man. Be a husband. Relax. Let shit die down. And guess what? You got another $100 million film.
That paper on display, haters old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna